Good morning students. This is class 11th maths, chapter 2nd relations and functions, and today we will discuss the solutions of test of chapter 2nd. So question first was, if A is equal to the set 1 2, B be the set 2 3, then number of relations from A to B are. So we have to find the number of relations from A to B. Since number of elements in A is 2, number of elements in B is also 2. So the number of elements in A cross B will be 2 into 2, 4. Now as we know, number of relations from A to B is equal to number of subsets of A cross B. Number of relations is nothing but number of subsets of A cross B. So A cross B has 4 elements. Therefore, number of subsets will be 2 raised to the power 4, which is 16. So, option third is correct. Question second, if x plus y comma 3 is equal to 2 comma 3y, these two ordered pairs are equal, then we have to find the value of x and y. So, if these two ordered pairs are equal, then their corresponding elements are equal. So when 3 is equal to 3y, the value of y will be 1. Now using 1 here, writing the value of 1, x will be 2 minus 1, 1. Therefore, first option is correct. X and y both are 1. Question third, find the range of the function fx is equal to x square plus 2. X is a real number. So x belongs to the set real. And function is fx is equal to x square plus 2, we have to find the range of the function. So fx is x square plus 2. Now value of fx, as we can see, x square will be a positive number. Plus 2 will also be a positive value. So value of fx will be always positive. Right? And at x equal to 0, fx assumes smallest value, which is, when you will put in place of x 0, you will get the answer as 2. At x equal to 0, fx will assume the positive value. Then fx will only increase in the positive direction. So the range will be 2 to infinity. At 2 close bracket will come because 2 is also included. So option second is correct. Question number 4th. If fx is given as x square and gx is equal to 2x plus 1, be two real functions, then f upon gx is, so f upon gx we all know is fx upon gx. Now fx is x square, gx is 2x plus 1. Also you have to mention the value which x cannot assume. So x cannot assume the value minus 1 upon 2, because at minus 1 upon 2, 2x plus 1, that is the denominator, will become 0. So option B is correct. Question number 5th. If R is equal to the set of the ordered pairs x comma y, where xy belongs to the natural number, and the condition is 2x plus y is equal to 14. Be a relation on natural numbers n. Find R. Also write domain and range of R. So we have to find domain and range of R and also the relation R. So this is the relation given. Now according to this relation, see x and y both are natural numbers. Now if we take x as 1, then the value of y will be 14 minus, when this 2x will go that side, 14 minus 2. Why? Because x is here now 1. So 14 minus 2 will be 12. Similarly, when you will take x as 2, you will get y as 10. Then when x is 3, y will be 8. When x is 4, y will be 6. When x is 5, y will be 14 minus, this will become 10. 14 minus 10 will be 4. When x is 6, y will be 2. Now we cannot take x as 7 because when x is 7, you will put it here. When x is 7, y is equal to 14 minus 14, which is 0. But y also belongs to natural number. So y cannot be 0, therefore x cannot be 7. So we have only these ordered pairs in the R. Now domain will be the first element of all the ordered pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And range will be the second element of the ordered pairs. So range will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Clear? Question number 6. Check whether the following relation is a function or not. So first is the set 2, 4, 1, 6, 3, minus 8 and 2, 6. Now we actually know this, that first element of the ordered pair should not repeat, otherwise it has more than one image. Now here we can see 2 is repeating twice. Therefore this relation is not a function because 2 has 2 images, 4 and 6, right? Now the next is 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1 and minus 1, 1. Since every first element has only unique image, that is 1. 1 can repeat many times, but we just have to see the first element. All the first element has unique images, that is the image as 1. So therefore yes, each element has unique image, therefore it is a function. Question number 7. If f and g are real functions defined by fx is equal to x square plus 7 and gx is equal to 3x plus 5, find f of minus 2 minus g of 1. So first of all we will do the first part. Fx and gx are given to us, right? We have to find f of minus 2 minus g of 1. So we will find the values of these two. F of minus 2 will be, in place of x, just put minus 2. So minus 2 whole square plus 7 and this will come as 11. Now gx is 3x plus 5. For g1, in place of x put 1. So 3 into 1 plus 5 is 8. So the value of this will be 11 minus 8, which is equal to 3. Okay. Now second part, f of 3 into g of minus 5. So for this we need the values of f of 3 and g of minus 5. So f of 3 will be, in place of x put 3 square plus 7, which is 16, and then you will find g of minus 5. So 3 into minus 5 plus 5 and you will get the value as minus 10. We have to find the product of these two. So just multiply them. 16 into minus 10, which is minus 160. Now question number 8. Find the domain of fx is equal to root 4 minus x. So we have to find the domain of this function root 4 minus x. So for domain, we know if a function is inside the root, then it will get some values which are not defined if and only if the value inside the root or the term inside the root is either equal to 0 or greater than 0. So 4 minus x is either equal to 0 or greater than 0. Take x that side, 4 is equal to greater than x. So x is either equal to 4 or less than 4. So the value will be x from minus infinity to 4, because equality is there, so close bracket will come. So option 4th is correct. Now question number 9. Let f is equal to minus 1 comma minus 5, 0 comma minus 3 and 1 comma minus 1. Be a function from integers to integers defined by fx is equal to ax plus b. For some integers a and b, determine a comma b. So this is a function fx, right? And also it is given that fx is defined as ax plus b. Now we have to find the values of a and b. So fx is equal to ax plus b. Also we know ordered pair means here that when we put the first element in f, then we will get the answer as the second element. When you will put 0 in the function, then you will get the value of function as minus 3. So we will be using these first two ordered pairs to find the values of a and b. So at minus 1, f of minus 1 is minus 5. So fx is now ax plus b. So f of minus 1 will be, in place of x, just put minus 1. So a into minus 1 plus b is equal to minus 5. From here, at 0, the function has value minus 3. So in place of x, just put 0. So a into 0 plus b is equal to minus 3. This complete is now 0. So we got the value of b as minus 3. Putting this value here, you will get minus a is equal to minus 5 plus 3 and a will be 2. So option 3rd is correct. Question 10th, find the range of fx modulus of x plus 1 where x belongs to R, set of reals. So we have to find the range of the function modulus of x plus 1. So since modulus is this is a modulus function, okay, this given function is a modulus function and fx always assumes positive values. Therefore fx will always assume positive value because this function is a modulus function. Now we have to check if it either assumes the value 0 or not. So we can see at x equal to minus 1, fx will assume the value 0, right? So the range will be all real positive numbers, as this R positive does not include 0 but function assumes the value 0. So all real positive union 0, or we can write it as 0 comma infinity at 0 close bracket. Clear? Question number 11th, find the domain of the function fx is equal to 1 upon root x square minus 4. We have to find the domain of this function. So for domain, we know that x square minus 4 is, because it is in the denominator, it cannot be equal to 0. Also this is the term inside the root, therefore x square minus 4 will be positive. So x square minus 4 will be greater than 0. Equality we will not take because the term is in the denominator. Now if x square minus 4 is greater than 0, we are using the identity a square minus b square, which can be written as a minus b into a plus b. So x minus 2 into x plus 2 greater than 0. Now if this product is greater than 0, then two cases arise. Either both of them are greater than 0, or second case is both of them are less than 0. So case first is when we are taking both the terms greater than 0, right? We have written AND here because both the terms greater than 0 are the necessary condition. So here AND means intersection. So now this will be, take to that side, x greater than 2 and x greater than minus 2. Now we will take intersection of these two. So here x is greater than 2, as equality is not there, so we will take the open circle and x greater than 2 will be this side. Similarly here x is greater than minus 2, equality is not there, so we will draw an empty circle and greater than minus 2 will be this side. Now where there is double line, that is the part of the intersection. As you can see, 2 is included on the above line, but in the second line we can see here it is an empty circle which shows 2 is not included in this. So we have to take intersection. So intersection will be 2 to infinity, and at 2 open bracket will come because 2 is not included in second one, so it will not be included in the intersection. Clear? Now we will take the second case, which is when both the terms are less than 0. And here also means intersection only. Now x is less than 2 and x is less than minus 2. So taking their intersection, when x is less than 2 this side and when x is less than minus 2, then it will be this side. Also both the sides open, or you can say empty circle will come. Why? Because equality is not there. Right? Now intersection is where there are double lines. So intersection will be all the negative part up to minus 2. As minus 2 is not included in the second line, so it will not be included in the intersection, and therefore open bracket will come. Now for both these cases we have to take the union. So first case is this, second is this. So the domain will be union of these two sets. So this is the solution of question number 11th. Now your homework is that you have to correct your answers. Correctly check them, and if there is any mistake then correct them. Okay. Thank you.